Skin the Harder Way, SouthernTea, back with another EP. And I'm here with some breaking news, some news that just came across my wire. Uh, wasn't planning on doing this, this SouthernTea, but I had to, go and hop in here when I got it. This news is about, Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is coming off his win over Sean Porter about 2 weeks ago. His knockout stoppage over Sean Porter. In this fight, we saw Terrence Crawford, victorious with an 11 round stoppage. Right after the fight, Terrence Crawford split. Right after the fight, Terrence Crawford, split with Bob Arum, ESPN and Top Rank, and he decided to go his own separate way. Now, Terrence Crawford is a highly successful champion. Terrence Crawford is a highly successful boxer, multi-weight division champion, three-weight division champion. One time undisputed at the 140 pound division. Seen worldwide as top 5 pound for pound boxer. He's pretty much in everybody's top 5. Now the number you got him, may vary here, may vary there, but for the most part, Terrence Crawford is inside of everyone's pound for pound. Terrence Crawford also has a stable of fighters. He's not just a boxer. Terrence Crawford also has a stable of fighters. He's not just a boxer. And Terrence Crawford stable is called his camp. His stable is called B&B, which is Bud and Bomac. And which brings me to the point of this video. B&B ran by Bud and Bomac. Bomac is Terrence Bud Crawford trainer. This is the guy you see on the left. Terrence Bud Crawford is the guy you see on the right. Bomac and Terrence Crawford are in business together. They have this business, Bud and Bomac. They got fighters, in their camp. Jameer Harris is in their camp. They got Keyshawn Davis, that's in their camp type deal. So Bud and Bomac are really close. Bud and Bomac have been in business together for an extremely long time, since the beginning of Bud's career, actually. You know what I mean? Bomac, yesterday, I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, not sure, but I got this information today. And when I got this information on the video, it said, 3 hours ago. So I got the link in the bio if you want to go check it out. I'm going to play the video myself, or what the actual words that Bomac said. But Bomac said, out of his own mouth, that they did have the chance when Terrence Crawford first got to 147 pounds to fight Errol Spence for the IBF title, and they chose to fight Jeff Horn. Now, word going around is, news going around is that, the biggest fight in boxing is Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, right? You got the Earl fans, you got the Bud fans. The beef between the Earl and the Bud fans is a real thing. It's a deep thing. It's it's an embedded thing. Uh, the feel around there, you got Earl Spence saying that Terrence Crawford fans. I mean, you got Earl Spence fans saying that Terrence Crawford ducked Earl. You got Terrence Crawford fans saying that Earl Spence ducked Terrence Crawford. You got this back and forth. You got the thing, the stigma around this is, on Terrence Crawford's side is that, Earl Spence took the easy route, and the stigma around this on the Bud Crawford side is that, Earl Spence, wants to fight now, and Terrence Crawford doesn't want to fight. Now back to Bud and Bomac. Bomac, who's Bud's business partner, trainer, friend, all that good stuff, been with Bud since the beginning. He went on Blu-Ray. Blu-Ray is Earl Spence's trainer, not Earl Spence's. He's Earl Spence's fitness and conditioning coach, not necessarily his trainer. But Bomac went on Blu-Ray show, which is Earl Spence fitness and conditioning trainer. Blu-Ray has his own show called the Blu-Ray Show. This interview got back to me today, and it said a couple hours ago. So I'm guessing this might have happened, like last night or something like that. BLTV was asking Bomac questions, and they stumbled upon this question. He asked him, "Why didn't you fight Earl Spence? When you first came to 147, because you was undisputed and you could have fought anybody you want to." And Bomac said that they chose the easy route. They didn't want to fight Errol Spence. They wanted to fight Jeff Horn. And I'm going to play it for you. I'm gonna play it for you so you can hear it for reference points, so you can hear it, so I'm not just making it up. Again, I got the link to the video in the bio, but I'm still going to play it on this video out loud so you guys can hear it. I'm going to play it for you exactly what Bomac said. I'm going to go straight to the part. I'm gonna go straight to the part. I'm gonna go straight to the part that I want you guys because it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm gonna go straight to the part that we came in here.
So let's get it. What's your next question? Why did you say you turned down Manny Pacquiao because you didn't get the money fast enough? I never said turn down Manny Pacquiao. You said he didn't sign the contract because he didn't get the money fast enough. Listen. You didn't say that. Listen, go find the receipt while you're running your mouth. Go find the receipt and get it back at me. If I did say that, I'm gonna be a man to stand up for it. Okay, I got you. Let me get it for you. Next question. Well, let me get what you just said. Because you said he didn't sign the contract. He didn't sign the contract because the money didn't come fast enough. That's what you said. Listen. And you said Manny Pacquiao did sign. You said that. Listen. I'm listening. Why you finding that? Ask me your next question. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring this up.
There's Bomac. There's Bomac and BF on Blu-ray show.
No, I will. I'll pull it up. Explain to me why didn't he go to Errol Spence when he came to 147? Man, nobody trying to listen to you. Nobody trying to. You said to ask you another question. Didn't you say ask you a question? You just said ask you a question. Listen, you just said it. Listen, all that Errol Spence, all that fight, that shit is dead because the man don't want to fight it. That's why it's so big. So I'll say it again. So I'll ask you again. You just said ask you a question. I'm pulling this up so you can hear your words. I just said, why didn't he fight Errol Spence, become his mandatory, which he could have did when he moved to 147? Wait, you said what? That sounds stupid. That is stupid. That's a stupid question. That's what I thought you. Bomac. I got a question for you.
Listen, y'all heard come. Listen to him.
Let him answer the question. Go ahead, Bo. He said, why didn't he fight who? Why didn't he become Errol Spence's mandatory? IBF. He was undisputed. He had all the belts. So why did he not fight? Why did he not go the IBF route since he was undisputed? Because we went the WBO route. If he didn't go the WBO route, you went the easy route. Easy. The easy route. Oh, there it is. So you So you want the route. So Bomac, I got a question for you. One question. Have we seen?
So that's the video. I got the link. In the bio. You can listen to it. This interview was sent to me today. It says 3 hours ago. It says 3 hours ago on the Blu-ray show. This is on Errol Spence Fitness and Conditioning Coach show. This is his YouTube page. Got straight from their YouTube page. This is not me making up this information. I'm just letting y'all hear what they said, reporting what they said. It's breaking news to me because I'm one of the people who said that Terrence Crawford could have chose to fight Errol Spence when he first got there. I know the WBO got it in their contract that you could automatically challenge for the belt, but I know that by being undisputed you could become the mandatory for any belt. You could become the mandatory for any belt type deal. And and Bomac said they chose to go the WBO route. I put this news out here, and this is not a Terrence Crawford, hate video. I got Terrence Crawford ranked as my number 2 pound for pound fighter. I dropped my pound for pound, last night. My pound for pound presentation video was last night. I dropped my pound for pound this morning in my community. You know what I mean? So it's not a Terrence Crawford hate video. I just know that it's a lot of, rumblings, and it's a fight going on. It's a fight going on right now in the basketball. I said basketball in the boxing world between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. So, you know what I mean? And I'm team Errol Spence. I hear all the time, Errol duck Bud, Errol duck Bud, Errol duck Bud, Errol duck Bud. And I'm like, nah, man, if anybody duck anybody, it's Bud. So, it's a big back and forth thing going on. But I played the video for you. That's Bomac, Bud's business partner, trainer. You know what I'm saying? He's been with Bud since the beginning. And also, Bud made a reply tweet. Bud made a reply tweet not too long ago, and this is live. Y'all, I'm reading this live off to y'all. Bud made a reply. Bud said this. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this is in relation to, what happened with Bomac, but this was an hour ago. Terrence Crawford said, it be your own people that want to see you fail the most. Be the main one smiling in your face and praying for your downfall at the same time. That's what Terrence Crawford said, and I think that's in replies to what Bomac said on Errol Spence's fitness and conditioning coach. You know what I mean? Fact, my guy Brown on box. I'm gonna put my guy Brown on boxing coming up here. He said Bomac said the easy route, but the difference between Spence and Bud fans is I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I want Earl versus Bud. Facts. And I only did this video, because Southern T boxing and sports is all about the truth. It's facts over feelings. We can be biased, but we go be biased within the truth. The truth is the truth type deal. And this is something that I've been saying, that I've been called the lie about for saying. I've been called the Earl Spence fanboy about for saying. I've been called, Earl Spence lover about for saying. So I had to come make this video for that very reason, to let you know that, I work within the fact. I got my fighters and everything, but, I love boxing. And then, I love the boxers. I like boxing, and then I like my boxers. I I like the other boxers before I like these boxers. You know what I'm saying? These boxers are eventually going to retire. The sport is going to continue. So I'm factual in my analysis, and when I do, everything type deal. This Bud versus Earl thing, is a real thing. This Bud versus Earl thing is, has gotten deep type deal, and it's interesting. And I'm telling you, it's interesting. The What I want in the end is I want Earl to fight Bud. I also want all the cheap shots thrown at both fighters each way, especially from guys in the community, in the black community, because these are two black fighters. I really want all the cheap shots to stop from each and every way. I want us all to know the reason I feel like this fight, has taken so long is because we're giving, these fighters outs. We're giving them excuses. Oh, every time I ask somebody, oh well, why Bud, don't want to fight Earl now? They say, oh well, Bud don't need Earl. True, he don't need Earl. Don't neither one of them need each other. They need us. They're gonna be millionaires with or without each other. They don't need each other. But only person that's losing when you say that is the fans, is us, because we don't get that fight. Bud don't need Earl. Earl don't need Bud. We know that. But what we want is for them to fight. What we want is for all, the false narratives, to stop. These are the two best fighters in the world, if you asking me. If you asking me, nobody beats Bud but Earl. Nobody beats Earl but Bud. I don't think either of these fighters ducked either of these fighters. I don't think either of these fighters ducked of these fighters. When you really get down to it, it's going to take these two men coming together, getting together, and actually sitting down to make this fight happen. Just like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, it's going to be the same situation. You know what I mean? It's going to be the same situation. This is a fight that we need. The fans need it. And I don't think that one of these men are scared of either one of these men. I think sometimes the business get in the way of boxing. You know what I mean? What Bomac said was, shit, if I could fight Jeff Horn to get a belt and he just beat Pacquiao, why not, fight Jeff Horn? And what Earl said was, bro, I'm gonna get the belts on my side of the street, come back and fight you first. I'm gonna get the belts on my side of the street first. Then I'm gonna come back and fight you. Why wouldn't I go ahead and get the belts on my side of the street? Just like Bud Crawford just fought Jeff Horn, getting the belts on his side of the street. And I said all that to say this. I'm not even knocking, Bud Crawford for doing this, because that's the same thing that Errol Spence said before he fought Bud. So basically, this just proves that Bud did the same thing before he went at Errol Spence was doing before he went at Bud. You know what I mean? So this pretty much says what I've been saying. Neither of these guys are scared of each other. You know what I mean? Bud got the belt on his side of the street first, and Jeff Horn, because he could have fought Errol Spence. Bomac just told you that they could have fought Errol Spence for the IBF belt when they first got there, but they got the belt on their side of the street. And then after he got the belt on his side of the street, he came to Earl like, okay, Earl, let's fight. Earl said, cool, let me get the belt on my side of the street. You know what I mean? And that's all that situation was. I never understood why people took so much from that. Why they wanted, oh, Earl ducked him. Earl said my easy route, easy route, easy route, easy route, easy route. I never knew where that came from. I never knew the depths of that thing type deal. But You just heard it yourself. That's the exact same thing that Terrence Crawford and his side did. Could y'all do me a favor and hit that like button for me, girl? I appreciate that. But this video was to inform y'all that the trainer, manager of Terrence Crawford, Bomac, B&B, Bud and Bomac, made an appearance on Blu-ray, on the Blu-ray show. And Blu-ray is Earl Spence's fitness conditioning coach, strength and conditioning coach right now. So both these guys are in these two men's camp right now. You got Bomac from the Bud camp, and you got Blu-ray from the Spence camp, talking to each other. And Bomac said that when they first got up to 47, they could have fought Earl Spence, but they chose to fight Jeff Horn. And I said, I'll let to say this. People like to throw their easy route stuff at Earl, about fighting the fighters on his side of the street. When Bomac just admitted out his own mouth, he said, we went the WBO route. He clearly said that we went the WBO route. You know what I mean? The WBO route, is their side of the street type deal. So basically, I just said all that to say, let's end this that Earl ducked him because Bud had the chance to fight him before he even got the WBO belt. Before he even fought Jeff Horn, Bud could have fought Earl Spence. As I was one of the people that was saying that he had the opportunity to fight him. So there's no way he could have done it because Bud could have fought him when he first came up from undisputed to the 147-pound division. He chose Jeff Horn, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Those words came directly out of Bomac's mouth, and I'm going to play it one more time for you. I'm going to play it one more time before I get up out of here. I'm going to play the video one more time before I get up out of here. But this came directly from Bomac himself. This came directly from Bomac. I'm going to get to the good part. Came directly from Bomac himself.
You just said ask you a question. I'm pulling this up so you can hear your words. I just said, why didn't he fight Errol Spence because it's mandatory, which he could have did when he moved to 147? Wait, you said what? That sounds stupid.
Hold on, my phone went out. Hold on.
You said what? That sounds stupid. That is stupid. That's a stupid question. 147. Wait, you said what? That sounds stupid. That is stupid. That's a stupid question. That's what I thought you.
Bomac. I got a question for you.
All right, let him answer the question. Go ahead, Bo. Answer the question. He said, why did he fight who? Why didn't he become Errol Spence's mandatory?
IBF. He was undisputed. He had all the belts. So why did he not fight? Why did he not go the IBF route since he was undisputed?
Because we went to the WBO route. It's easy to go the WBO route. You went the easy route.
He said we went the WBO route because it's easier to go the WBO route. And now I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. You know what I mean? Get all the belts. That's all I'm saying is Terrence Crawford did exactly the same thing that Errol Spence said he was gonna do. But people want to say that Errol Spence ducked for doing the exact same thing that Bud did, that Bomac just admitted that Bud did. And no, you said, can you get undisputed without the WBO? No, you can't. That's what we're saying now. Errol Spence is saying now that he wants to fight, but now we got Bud Crawford saying that he's past the fight, that he don't really need it. But Bud Crawford did come back not too long ago and he said that the fans deserve that fight, that the fans need that fight. So we got Bud speaking positively again. So I'm back on the train. I've been on this train, off this train, on this train, off this train about this fight happening and not happening. My spirits as of late are a little better about it. You got Terrence Crawford came back with his reply. He said it be the people that be smiling in your face, that betray you the most, or some of that sort type deal. But I just wanted to play that type so everybody can understand like what's going on. Like the business of boxing, is a real thing. I don't knock Bud Crawford for not fighting Earl Spence right when he moved to 147 and taking the Jeff Horn route. I don't blame him for that. I don't blame Earl Spence for fighting Sean Porter, trying to get Manny Pacquiao before going to fight Bud Crawford. But right now, when I see Earl Spence, barking up that Bud Crawford tree, and Bud speak the language like, oh, I'm past that fight. That fight never gonna happen, not even at 154. That's discouraging to me. But the last thing I heard Bud say was that the people do need that fight. The fans deserve that fight. So Bud is speaking like that. He talking about that boxing needs that fight and the fans need that fight. Then I believe that he's probably going to do it. You know what I mean? With Bud, it's a everyday. With Bud, Bud's one of those guys. He could feel this way one day, feel that way today, And I ain't tripping on that because I'm like that too sometimes. Sometimes I want to be around people and sometimes I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? But I would like for Bud to, go and give us a definite answer because I've been saying for the longest this fight solely relies on Bud and what Bud Crawford, is going to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get in those guys' pockets or nothing like that. So I'm not going to get into the dollar amount or who wrote this or that or no shit like that. But I think in the end, and the bottom line, is going to come down to Bud if this fight is going to get made because Bud is one of those dudes. He already said it. He already said, Bud feel like he's the A side in this. Bud one of those dudes who wants to be the A side in the fight, or he's not going to do it. You know what I mean? So what I kind of feel like Bud Crawford is doing this, I'm getting back to the point of me saying I don't think either of these guys are ducking either of these guys. What I think Bud Crawford is trying to do is he may be saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna take this fight. Oh, that fight passed me. I don't need him." He's saying that all the while trying to leverage himself into a bigger purse split from Earl Spence. You beat Sean Porter, Earl Spence beat Sean Porter, you knock Sean Porter out. You can say, well, I knocked Sean Porter out now with my divisions and my undisputed belt. And I say, let's say you go fight a guy like Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? You fight a guy like Keith Thurman, you beat Keith Thurman. Although he been out the game, Keith Thurman is still a big name that Earl Spence didn't fight. You know what I mean? So now you got the one up on Earl with, hey, I knocked out Sean Porter. And I fought Keith Thurman, somebody that you didn't fight. And let's say you beat Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? That makes that fight all the more better. You know what I mean? If Earl somehow ends up fighting your name Ugas or somebody and end up unifying, you got the win over Keith Thurman, you got the win over Sean Porter, the knockout win over Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? They could get you that, maybe they get you that 50-50 or whatnot. Well, most definitely get him that 50-50, will be him some kind of way end up fighting your Daniels Ugas. And with Terence Crawford being a free agent, who knows? That's highly possible these days, you know what I mean? Because he could fight and he could continue to do business with either organization. Let's say he beat your Daniels Ugas. He can continue to do business with the PBC because he's a network free agent and he can do business with anybody. So Al Hammond and them won't feel no kind of way, giving him that fight because, they could get him for a couple fights. They could get him for 2 fights, a fight in a rematch or something like that. So he could get a fight type deal. So I think that fight is more than likely going to happen now. I think it's leaning more towards it's happening now more than ever, especially with Terence Crawford leaving Bob Arum top rank. I think the biggest problem in all this was Bob Arum top rank. The politics played a part of it. Even with Bomac saying we went the WBO route, on the surface of it, there's still a Bob Arum top rank problem because Bob Arum top rank, run the WBO. You know what I mean? So he went his route, which was the Bob Arum route. He's not with Bob Arum no more, and he got Bob Arum belt. He got out of town with Bob Arum belt. He can do what he want to do with it. Bob Arum don't like that. Bob Arum ready to put him in there with Josh Taylor. If I'm Bud Crawford, I'm not fighting Josh Taylor. If I'm Bud Crawford, I'm fighting Keith Thurman, and then I'm fighting Earl Spence. Or I'm fighting Keith Thurman, and I'm trying to fight your Daniels Ugas to get a bigger purse for Earl Spence. Right now, Terence Crawford is in a good position to where he control his future. He control what he do. Terence Crawford has made enough, guaranteed money, enough money, to test the walls. Like my guy just said, right? You can't get undisputed without WBO. Terence Crawford got this WBO belt. He has opportunity to increase his stock. You know what I mean? He said if Earl gets that third shot, it's a wrap. If Buzz gets a strap from Ugas, then say it's 50-50. If Earl get the third strap and Bud Crawford beat Sean Porter and Keith Thurman, he can say, well, I got to win over Keith Thurman. The only person he lost to was Manny Pacquiao type deal. You know what I mean? But I think he jockeying for better position in the race to get a better person. Again, I don't think neither of these fighters are scared of either each other. I think both these guys are the 2 best fighters in the world. The whole purpose of this video was to the whole purpose of this video. The whole purpose of this video was, just to put the truth on the table. Just to put the truth on the table. Y'all know how we rock over here on SouthernTea. Facts over fiction. Facts over fiction, though. But I got the link in the bio. I got the link in the description if you want to hear it for yourself. The interview between Blu-Ray, who is Earl Spence's fitness and strength and fitness coach, and Bomac, who is Bud Crawford, manager and trainer. If you want to interview between them two, I got the link in the description. It's the first link in the description. You can click it, listen to it for yourself. You can hear it for yourself. But Bomac said that yes, they could have fought Earl Spence when Bud came up to 147, but they chose to fight. But they chose to fight Jeff Horn because it was the easier route. That's exactly what he said. He said it was the easier route. I said that because people like to say easy route Spence and shit like that. But Bomac said that out of his own mouth type deal. But again, I'm not knocking either fighter for doing either one, you know what I mean? Because Bud could have fought Earl Spence first as soon as he got there, but he chose not to. Earl Spence could have fought Bud. Earl Spence could have fought, Bud right. And I really truthfully don't feel like Earl Spence could have fought Bud right then there when he asked for it, because Earl Spence already had obligations. He probably already had that Sean Porter fight lined up with the WBC, you know what I mean? So if you already got that fight lined up on your side of the street, why fight, this guy just coming up too when you already got this shit lined up? You already got a belt lined up. Why I'm gonna just throw that belt and fight you because you asked me to? You know what I mean? But however you feel about it, I don't blame either fighter for doing nothing. Mostly, I just want that fight to happen now. At this point, Bud now with Top Rank, Earl with PBC, that fight should happen. That fight should happen. He said, "What if Earl decides to fight Virgil in Texas instead of Bud?" Well, Virgil is his mandatory, so it won't be up to Earl to decide to fight him. That's his mandatory. I mean, that would be something he would have to do. You know what I mean? So that's not up to Earl. If he have to fight his mandatory, but it's not even on the table for him to fight Bud, Alex, because Bud, is saying that Earl just passed him and that he don't want to fight him just yet. You know what I mean? Earl said he wanted Manny and Bud, months ago. It's not on the table for him to fight Bud. Virgil is his mandatory. That's something that's actually on the table. He said, "Man, Boback ain't know what to do. He was nervous as hell." That ain't my, I'm just telling you what that man said. You know me, Des. We had this conversation before. I'm just going off what these men say. I'm going off what these men say, what these men say. And really, I don't really give a fuck about it, to tell you the truth. Because I don't give a fuck about it, because I knew that already. I was telling y'all he could have fought him first. He could have fought him first. He could have fought him already. I knew this already. I just, wanted Bomac to see it so more people could know. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. If Earl get it, here's what I told you the other day. Earl count, Earl want the title fight. He don't care whether it's Ugas or Bud. Earl wants a title fight. That's what he want next, is a title fight. But his IBF and WBC mandatories have been called. Those will be the tune-up fights. But Earl himself wants a title fight. Earl told you he only wants 2 more fights left at 147. Earl not trying to even fight a tune-up or a mandatory or nothing like that. Earl trying to fight for 2 belts and go up to 154 like he already said not too long ago. You know what I mean? He said he wanted Manny Pacquiao. He wanted Bud, months ago. He really meant he wanted the WBO belt. He wanted the WBA belt. That's what he means. That's what I'm gonna start saying. I'm gonna stop saying Manny and Bud. I'm gonna start saying the WBO and the WBA. That's what that's what's next in line for him. That's what he want, type deal. You know what I mean? But this video was only to inform y'all, about that. Y'all want me to play it again before I get up out of here? Or are we SouthernTea? Y'all niggas SouthernTea? We SouthernTea right now? I don't got nothing to do till tonight. I'm really chilling till tonight. I'm chilling till tonight, y'all. We SouthernTea. This really was a video to inform y'all, about this info. But, last time I did an info video like this, we ended up on her. He said, so Earl eventually might fight Jamel at 154. That I don't know about, but I know Earl wanted a title fight at 154. I don't know who he might end up fighting at 154. If he have to fight Jamel, I'm pretty sure he will, because he said it before. I made a SouthernTea about that too. But a Jamel fight is not something that's, he's seeking out. He's not running to a Jamel fight. He's running to a fight, to a championship belt at 154. You know what I mean? Costello got a belt, Jamel got a belt. However that work out. Sad thing is, Bud said that his own people there, they want to see him file. But your people have been here talking about you for years, but you turned on them with your attitude. Oh shit. Oh shit. But yeah. But you know what? You know what, y'all? I'm completely in Bud's corner, dog. I'm 100% I'm 100% in Buzz corner. Could y'all do your boy a favor, hit that like button for me? Greatly appreciate that. Could y'all do your boy a favor and hit that like button for your boy? I'm in Buzz corner, man. Bud left. Bud left. He said just tuning in, play it back. Okay, my one I knew was one person. My guy Keith James said play it back. So I'm finna play it back. Cause you know, this is the people show, man. The people run this show. The people run this show. I'm finna play it back one more time for y'all. Shout out my guy Keith James. Shout out my guy Shut Up Abe. Shut Up Ace. I think Bud and Spence is gonna be like Mayweather Pacquiao is gonna come too late and it's not gonna carry the same height. Them niggas bang Bomac, bitch. They be putting pressure on niggas. Hey, I'm finna play it back for y'all one more time.
Hey, listen, all that Errol Spence, all that fight, that shit is dead because the man don't want to fight him.
Hold on, I always go too far. I'm finna go back to where y'all can hear everything.
Listen, all that Errol Spence, all that fight, that shit is dead because the man don't want to fight him. That's why I'm saying. I'll say it again. I'll ask you again. You just said ask you a question. I'm pulling this up so you can hear your words. I just said, why didn't he fight Errol Spence become his mandatory, which he could have been when he moved to 147? Wait, you said what? That sounds stupid. That is stupid. That's a stupid question. That's what I thought you.
Bomac. I got a question for you.
All right, let him answer the question. Go ahead, Bo. He said, why didn't he fight who? Why didn't he become Errol Spence's mandatory?
IBF. He was undisputed. He had all the belts. So why did he not fight? Why did he not go to IBF route since he was undisputed?
Because we went to the WBO route. It's easy to go to the WBO route. You went the
He
easy route.
said because we went the WBO route. BFTV asked him why didn't he fight Spence when he came up from 140. He was undisputed to 147 because he could have fought Spence. Bomac said just because we went Jeff Horn, we went the WBO route because it was the easier route. Now this is not a Bud hate video. I know a lot of people like to, say Earl went the easy route. Earl dug Bud and shit like that. Now all I was saying was this came directly from Bomac, about the easy route stuff. In the easy route, y'all like to turn it into a terrible term, a bad thing. The easy route mean contractually. That means same side of the street. Contractually, it's easier to make a fight on your side of the street than it is, with somebody on the other side of the street. I've been saying this about Errol Spence. For the longest. Shout out my guy Bruce Gold. It's easier to make a fight on your side of the street. That's what he meant about the easy route. He didn't mean easy fights and nothing like that, because he's actually fought harder competition than Terrence Bud Crawford has, since their statement. You know what I mean? He didn't mean easier competition. He meant easier fights to make, which is exactly what Bomac just said right there. The same thing that Earl was meaning when he said it. Same shit that I've been saying. He meant easy route as in contractually easier to make. And I think a lot of people actually already understood that. You know what I mean? Nah, he wasn't making him nervous. He told him the truth, bro. He told when you get truth, when you get nervous, shit, the real you come out, the truth come out. When nerves and emotion get involved, the real you come out. You know what I mean? And this raw made it right here. This raw made it right here. You know what I mean? He said he just doing exactly what he said he was doing back then. Now, I mean, this is not me knocking Bud, because I feel like Bud is in a better place right now. He got away from Bob Arum. So some of these fights, I think we're about to see get made. You know what I mean? I think we're about to see some of these fights actually, get made type deal. Because now, Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn them ain't nobody got to deal with Bob Arum no more. They can deal directly with, Terrence Bud Crawford. They don't got to deal with Bob Arum. Terrence Crawford can make his own fights. You know what I mean? We know that we know that Bob Arum is historically known for, sabotaging fights. He also known for making some good fights too, right? But he also known for sabotaging fights. You know what I mean? Mark Casey come right in with take Canelo off the list. Mark Casey ain't letting this junk go, man. If y'all haven't checked out my pound for pound, y'all check out my pound for pound, break down my last video. Go to my community, check out my pound for pound list. Tell me what y'all think my new updated pound for pound. Yeah, I'm taking some heat. I'm taking some heat by my pound for pound. It's all good. I'm taking the most heat about Jamel, Cool Boy, and Canelo. But it's all good because I think all of them deserve to be up there. You know? So take all your shots you want. Take all the shots you want, y'all. Yeah, they giving me flack. The hood giving me flack about Canelo being up there, though. He number 6, y'all. Damn. He number 6. I couldn't leave him off, man. Couldn't leave him off. But yeah, I don't think neither one of these men scared of neither one of these men. You know, it just is what it is. I've been trying to tell y'all that the easy route was never the easier opponent. The easy route has always been contractually which fight is easier to make. And Bomac said that out his own mouth type deal. He said, but they're playing it now like EJ Duck Bud. EJ just said on Schmo at the Triller fight last weekend, EJ told Schmo that he was happy for Bud leaving Top Rank. Now get your money. Yep. Facts. He said, but they playing it down. Okay, Red. He said, salute Canelo being on the list is fine as long as he don't run from Benavidez. Yeah, for Yashval, he already ran from Benavidez. He finna fight at Cruiserweight. He slick already did that. He said T trying to please his Mexican fan base, y'all. No, bro. Y'all really not used to fuck with Canelo, bro. You know, Canelo around my age too, bro. I used to fuck with Canelo. Canelo used to be on floor cards and some more shit. I can walk y'all in here with me. Like Canelo used to be on floor cards and some more shit, y'all. Y'all remember Canelo? Y'all remember Canelo on them motherfucking floor cards and shit like that. Niggas fuck with Canelo until he started doing all that cheating ass and then running that cheating ass, running that, ducking ass shit and shit. Y'all know niggas used to fuck with Canelo. Y'all know we fuck with Canelo, man. Either his opponent has a Mendo though. Man, Canelo finna sit and watch them folks fight. Y'all know we used to fuck with Canelo, man. Canelo gonna sit down and watch that motherfucking fight. Canelo ain't finna fight nobody else while he wait on that dude to fight his Mendo. Dude gonna fight his Mendo in January, and then Canelo gonna fight dude ass in March. Canelo only do 4-week camps anyway. You think Canelo give a damn if that dude be fresh or not? Canelo do 4-week camps anyway. The nigga be doing 4-week camps anyway. But hell yeah. But yeah, I just think it's crazy that Bomac actually said that shit on camera. He said this shit on camera, y'all, and he said that directly to Errol Spence's team. He said that shit directly to Errol Spence's team, y'all. That was wild. That's wild. He said that directly to Errol Spence's team. But hell yeah, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and do my Deontay Wilder. I'm about to go ahead and do my Deontay Wilder video next. So y'all follow me to the other stream, my Deontay Wilder stream. Because the WBC, the rankings came out for the WBC, and they still got Deontay Wilder ranked as number 1. And I want to give y'all my thoughts on it. I think it's some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why I think they did it. I'm gonna tell you why I think they did. I'm gonna tell you on the next stream though. But this stream was to let y'all know that Bomac said that Terrence Crawford could have fought Errol Spence before he came to 147, like I said, but he chose to fight Jeff Horn instead. And this the tweet of the day by my nigga, that's me. The comment of the day by my nigga, that's me. My nigga, that's me, said Bomac needs media training. Facts. Y'all follow me to the Deontay Wilder joint. Already up. Follow me to the Deontay Wilder joint. Appreciate y'all coming through this joint. Check it out for yourself. The link is in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Bomac, these words came directly out of Bomac's mouth. It's the first link in the description. Check it out for yourself. Make sure y'all come follow me to the next jump. Appreciate y'all coming through this jump. Skin the heart away, SouthernTea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking.